Are you having issues with your bicep? Are you having pain? Are you having elbow problems? Or are you having spells of tendonitis and it just won't leave you alone or keeps coming back? Well, we are going to give you some tips to help to get rid of it and hopefully make sure that it doesn't come back as well. Very first thing we want to see is, can you actually straighten your arms? If you're walking around like this all the time, you're going to have issues. So you want to make sure, can you freely open up the arms? Then you want to see, can you actually apply a bit of pressure in that position? So what we're going to use here is a wall. Jenny is going to see, can she turn her thumb back like that, so her shoulders externally rotated, and then she's going to push her hand against the wall until she's able to get it flat. If you're not able to do this, then that's your very first problem. You're not fully able to open up and elongate your arm. That's a long word. From there, press in, hold that for around 15 seconds. Pull your shoulder down and you can lean your head away as well and press in to get a bit more of a stretch as you do this. So do both sides for around 15 seconds. And like I said, if you're struggling to get that palm down, just have the fingertips out that little bit and just keep gradually trying to work your way into it. It will come over time. It just may take you a few sessions to get there. After you've done that, you're then going to do shoulder circles in that same position. So you have the arm fully straightened out, you step away from the wall, then you're going to do 5 circles forwards and 5 circles backwards, and lean your head away from the arm that you're actually rotating. So the arm stays straight out, the fingertips are pulled down as if you're still against the wall, and you're just doing that little bit of a rotation. Do that on both sides and see how that feels to you. So it's 5 circles forwards and then 5 circles backwards, nice and slow, nice and relaxed. If anything feels really funky to you, it shouldn't. These are things that you want to feel absolutely normal. The last exercise you're going to use is a wrist plate curl. So get your arm, hold yourself at the elbow, make sure the arm's completely straight, and you're going to let the plate come down to give you that little bit of extra stretch again, and then you're going to actively pull up until you've bent the wrist into flexion. So you're extending the wrist back as much as you can, and then flex of the wrist, okay? So do that for 10 reps, nice and slow. Make sure you don't start bending the elbow in order to do it as well. These are all things that want to feel absolutely normal to you over time. So Jenny just continues on, she'll do the other arm for 10 reps, and then start again. So one round would be your 15 seconds stretch each side, and then your 5 circles forward, your 5 circles backwards on each arm individually, and then your 10 reps of the wrist curls each side. So that's one round. See how that goes, see how it feels with your symptoms. If you wake up the next day and you feel like you're aggravating things more, then you wouldn't be ready to start back full training yet, and you would want to give yourself a rest and then try it the day after to see how it feels, if your symptoms are changing any after that. If you wake up the next day and you feel like things are a bit better, then you could try doing 2 full rounds. And if you feel like you're making things better again, the day after that or your next session after that, you could try 3 full rounds. If you're able to do 3 full rounds of this, you're able to get your palm flat to the wall, you're able to do those rotations without any kind of mad tingling going on in your arms, if it's too intense for you, then, and you're able to get through the 3 rounds and it's not really feeling that much of a big issue to you anymore, then you can start to try and add in those little bit of things of your training that was giving you the issue, whether it be pull-ups or rowing or anything like that. You can start to bring them things back in and see, do your symptoms start to come back. The other big thing to really keep in mind here, these things are going to be great for your symptoms to try and help alleviate them and get rid of them. But if it is a mobility issue, say your thoracic, your shoulders are rounded and you're really struggling to do a lot of the movements you're trying to train with, those are things you're going to need to try and change in order to not let your elbows to flare up again. So there may be a reason it's happened to you in the first place, and it could be down to either a restriction flexibility wise or muscle activation as well. Some people just don't set their shoulders in the right way as they do exercises, and that can just cause your joints to get really annoyed over time. So add this circuit in, do it in your training sessions, and then once you have got rid of your symptoms completely, just throw it in like once a week, say, just to make sure to keep on top of everything, and that will help you with your awesome biceps. Okay guys, so give it a go, let us know what you think.